Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we finished up our time there at the Vampire Castle and fought Lord Deroso and learned of his and Sage Juliana's story together about an angel who fell from the sky and told them of a coming doom, and that Sage Juliana and Deroso needed to band together to prevent whatever was happening. We also obtained the Vampire Asterisk, which we will get to very, very soon. I do want to go ahead and note real quick before we continue further, is that this episode is going to be entirely side content. If you were hoping for progression on the main scenario or any sub-scenarios, I'm unfortunately going to tell you that there will be no progression on either of those today. This will be entirely focused on the jobs that we have obtained and making sure that we give at least some of them some spotlight before we move forward, and also wrapping up some loose ends. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and look at our Norende Village updates. So we obtained the golden egg accessory here from the accessory shop, and so got some extra bonuses. What else can we get from the accessory shop? The growth egg. So those eggs kind of work in tandem together, but I'm not going to worry about upgrading that just yet. Instead, I'm going to continue leveling up the Cape Parts shop to level 9 to get the HP recovery level 5 special move part, along with the Charm Touch and Charm Resistance Down parts. Now, you may be asking, why the hell am I in Heartschild? Well, the reason is because the first thing up on our list is I want to go ahead and grab the 2 remaining pieces of magic that I have yet to grab, Dispel and Gravity, as it was bothering me, and I wanted to make sure that I have those. Let me do one final little check, I guess, on my magic capabilities. So all of our magic looks pretty good, but there is actually one tier of magic that I have not touched on at all since we obtained it, and that's summoning. We only have Geertra Blulu from our fight with Mephilia all the way back in episode 19, I think it was. And I said that we would get to summoning and summoner eventually, and I think finally we'll go ahead and touch on it. And Idia, you know, you haven't really gotten the chance to level up anything other than Ninja recently, so let's go ahead and just slot you on Summoner for right now. It won't be for very long, but I want to go ahead and do that. And then Agnes, I actually planned on making her my vampire of the group. So let's go ahead and slot her there. I don't think I'm going to change any of her equipment, as she's already got S rank with the rod she is currently equipped. But for Idia, let's go ahead and just throw something on her. I'm not a fan of that. Let's go ahead and... I mean, honestly, what she has equipped doesn't really matter, but let's go ahead and just give her a Rod of Ice. Why not? It's been a while since she's been in, like, a full-on magic set, but, you know, why not? Oh, I don't want to go to the magic shop. You're not the inn. I don't know, I just want to give Idia something else to do other than Ninja, just for a little bit. I mean, she's not going to be on Summoner for very long, but I want to go ahead and just give it some spotlight. So, the way to obtain summoning magic's a little strange compared to the rest of the magic in the game. We need to go to core areas in our adventure where we can discuss with an NPC in order to obtain certain magics. So, first thing on our list, we're going to be heading to the Temple of Wind. So, I'll see you there. Alrighty, here at the Temple of Wind, we need to navigate the dungeon just slightly. Let's actually use this shortcut that we have procured for ourselves here. And let's head up these stairs right over here. I do want to say that the summoner attire is, well, it's not a personal favorite of mine. I think it looks fairly cool. But here is someone we needed to talk to. Now, I've pointed these guys out before, but I said that we don't really have much business with them right now. And the reason for that is because they are part of our Summoner quest line. Now, you could not have actually talked to this guy and completed the prerequisites needed at the time that we were in the Temple of Wind, because we didn't have Summoner at that point, but revisiting the Temple of Wind and talking to this guy gives us this. Well met, brave souls. You bear the qualifications. I am the Anchorite of Wind, mouthpiece of Hraesvelgr. Withstand its assault, and its power shall be yours to command. Now, have you the confidence to accept its furious might? Yes? No? Maybe? I do think so. Really? Alright, gosh. Then, show me you've the strength to stand firm. So in order to obtain summoning magic, we actually have to survive the summon attack. Hraesvelgr.
Splendid.
You can now summon Hraesvelgr, a freaking airplane bird-looking thing. So Hraesvelgr is a... if Gear Bulu was dealing earth damage, Hraesvelgr deals wind damage. Note that this attack cannot be affected by Reflect. It is a pure AoE attack move that goes through pretty much everything. And as you can see, it did quite a bit of damage to us. I mean, except unless you were Ring-a-Bell. I mean, Ring-a-Bell... Ring-a-Bell's Ring-a-Bell. I mean, he's not going to take any damage. He's too good for that. Though I am going to go ahead and heal up. So yeah, the way that you obtain summoning magic in this game is you have to survive the summon's attacks. Which, if you know what kind of summon you're about to go up against, you can actually pre-plan your accessories and defenses and whatnot to mitigate their element. But that's Hraesvelgr acquired, so our next stop will be at Mount Fragmentum, the route to Sage Juliana's house. So, I'll see you there. So, on the slope of Mount Fragmentum, right here on this little edge right here, is another one of these magicians. If we speak to him, let's see here. Well met, brave souls, you bear the qualifications. I am the Anchorite of Water, mouthpiece of Ziusudra Sin. Withstand her assault, and her power shall be yours to command. Now, have you the confidence to accept her furious might? I think so. Wow. Alright, so then we have to survive another one. Let's hope our defenses are good enough for this one. Only one member of your party needs to actually survive.
Splendid.
You can now summon Ziusudra's Sin. So, we've got ourselves, just based on the animation, we've got ourselves our water damage summon. I just want to go ahead and point out, I love the designs of the summons in this game. I think they're really cool. I mean, Gear Bulu is like this giant crab with a city on its back. Hraesvelgr is the airplane bird as mentioned, and then Ziusudra's Sin is like this cloaked woman with huge ice powers. Oh my goodness, I love the designs. Summons have always been like a personal favorite thing of mine in JRPGs, especially like Final Fantasy and especially this game, Bravely Default. But I love the designs so much. Yeah, so our next destination will actually be to the Underflow, where the Temple of Fire is. It's a bit of a hike, but I'm all for it, so I'll see you there. So, this isn't summoner related, but one thing I do want to go ahead and mention about the Underflow dungeon is that upon revisiting, you can actually create this shortcut back to the Fire Temple, right at the very entrance. It'll lead you to where the cutscene where Egil was about to fall and everyone saved him takes place, and it leads you right back to the Temple of Fire. It's pretty cool, but it has nothing to do with Summoner, just wanted to point that out. I guess speaking of Summoner, as we're exploring this place, I do want to go ahead and talk about my opinions of this job, as it's something that I feel like I've probably mentioned a few times before, right as when we got Summoner, but I pretty much just blanked on Summoner entirely as soon as we got it and just never talked about it again. Summoner in this game isn't really all that good, in my opinion. I never really liked using it, and it just isn't very strong. AoE magic in this game is naturally fairly weak unless you have specific support abilities. Also, I'm getting lost, wow. They're naturally not very powerful, And so, Summoner has very high cost magic for not very high potency attacks, and their support abilities aren't too great. So I kind of just abandoned it as soon as I get it. I mean, the Mephilia fight is cool and all, and the summons look great, but I've very rarely ever gotten real use out of them. Man, I am not navigating this well. I've kind of ended my rant here. I'll see you back whenever I find this damn guy. So I just want to go ahead and real quickly say that I am a dumbass and completely forgot that the guy I'm looking for, the magician, is actually within the Temple of Fire. I completely forgot about this as I wandered endlessly around the underflow, and I almost looped around back to the start, and I was just like, am I wrong about this? Is he not in the underflow? And then it dawned on me, no, he's not. He's in the Temple of Fire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of wasted time, but hey, you know what? Hey, there he is. So, let's go ahead and have Ringabel heal us up. And I'm a little scared that I might not live this. So let me see if I have any charms. I have a flame charm. Let's go ahead and just put that on Ringabel. I'm okay if he's the only one that lives. Alright, let's talk to you, buddy. Well met, brave souls. You bear the qualifications. I am the Anchorite of Fire, mouthpiece of Promethean Fire. Withstand its assault, and its power shall be yours to command. Now, have you the confidence to blah 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 blah? I do. Yes, yes, yes. Get on with it. Hit me with a giant fireball already.
Splendid.
Okay, so I didn't actually mean for you to hit me with a giant fireball, but hey, I mean, at least it came from a flaming train. That's pretty cool. But it did down 2 of our party members, so screw you, buddy. But hey, Promethean Fire. I'm guessing it's pretty obvious to guess what element that's focused on. Deal fire damage to all enemies. Wow, who would have thought? But yeah, that's our time here in the Temple of Fire. We get to see Agnes's vampire outfit. Looks pretty cool. There's a bit of a story behind this outfit, but we'll get to that later down the road. And our next destination will be the Temple of Earth, actually. Or will it be Everlast Tower? I don't remember. Alright, here in Everlast Tower, let's go ahead and explore it a little bit. If memory serves, the magician should actually just be on this floor, but maybe memory serves me wrong. I think it actually is in that corridor to the bottom left, so we need to go up these stairs to the 3rd floor, and then loop around and go downstairs to the bottom left. I think that is how we navigate to our magician guy. I think I remember making a comment or two about not wanting to talk to him. If I'm wrong, then he's in the Earth Temple somewhere, and I just don't remember correctly. Oh, no, I was right. Okay, so for this guy, you would think that we need to equip Earth Charms, because we're in Everlast Tower, but no, remember, Gearchablulu is our Earth Summon. So you actually want to equip a Thunder Charm for this one. And let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Well met, brave souls, yada yada yada. I am the Anchorite of Bolt, mouthpiece of Deus Ex. Withstand his assaults, and his power shall be yours to command. Now, have you the confidence to, live and attack? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Really? Wow, who'd have thought? Enemy gets the first strike. Who? Oh, man, it's crazy. Deus Ex.
Splendid.
Ah, yes, I too love it whenever a giant spider with TVs for a face and gears for legs beats the crap out of me. It's my favorite pastime. That summon looks really cool too. Let's go ahead and raise everyone. I guess honestly I could probably just walk out of here with no issue. So that is how many summons now? That is our tier 1 summon, tier 2 summon, tier 3 summon, tier 4 summon, and our tier 5 summon. Now, I have mentioned, I think before a few times, that there are 6 tiers of spells, which means we're missing 1. And unfortunately, for right now, these are the 5 summons you can access. Going back on my opinions on Summoner, the fact that there are only a total of 6 summons in the game, and you get them through this means that you're kind of stuck as, you know, only having earth damage for a little while and wind damage for a bit. You kind of go a while with just like these 3 tiers of spells before you get access to Promethean Fire or Deus Ex. They're fairly spread out, and if it's your only real means of actually like, contributing to combat, it's not that all that impressive. But I mean, hey, who am I to stop people from utilizing a job that has really cool spell animations and can cover almost every single element in the game? So now with Summoner done, we're left here with Vampire. And Vampire is a unique case, as I discussed in the previous episode, where it learns its attacks primarily from enemies, which means if you want to utilize Vampire to its fullest potential, you need to go out and hunt down some enemies. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode. We're going to be looking for some enemies and finding some really cool genome abilities. Now, to preface this, if you are following along and you have just recently grabbed Vampire, I highly suggest, and I suggest this for anyone who's playing Bravely Default, to take the time to find some very specific genome abilities that, unfortunately, get locked from you being able to access them for a really, really, really long time once you've moved onto the Holy Pillar. So I will be making those my top priority today as we grab some genome abilities. So the first abilities I'll be showing off and grabbing will be the abilities I highly recommend you grab before you move on to the Holy Pillar. And then after that, we will be tackling a few more that we can grab at this point. So hey, everyone's gonna be a vampire now. Because genome learning abilities is a little complicated, but the easiest way to do it is by switching everyone to Vampire and then pretty much just slotting everyone in defensive gear. That way they can live attacks, because you actually do have to survive the attack that you're about to be hit by if you want to learn them. So we aren't aiming to actually, like, finish them off. Actually, let's go ahead and put Idia back on Ninja. No, not Pirate. I want someone to be able to actually kill the enemies we're about to go face. So we can go ahead and put her on Ninja. We'll go ahead and just slap her back on her gear. But everyone else, actually, we'll go ahead and move Tiz. No, Tiz will be fine. Let's move Ringabel back to Spirit Master so that I have a reliable healer. As long as Tiz or Agnes get hit with their abilities, then we should be a-okay. So our first destination will actually be in the Desert of Anshine. We're just going to kind of run around until we find first try, Sandworm. Hey there, buddy. So we're going to be looking for the ability Sandstorm. So we're going to have everyone default, and there's Sandstorm. It hits everyone, and Genome Absorbed. That's exactly what we're looking for. So hey, Agnes, why not? Let's go ahead and try out our Genome ability. So Genome abilities, for the most part, are physical focused. And this is an Earth physical attack on all targets that'll add a blind effect. Let's go ahead and just throw it out and see how much damage it does. Sandstorm. It does, unfortunately it heals him actually. I probably should have realized that. Hey, he's gonna do it again. Doesn't matter, we dodge it. Alright, Idiot, finish him off. You do not need to actually finish the fights, you just need to learn the ability to actually learn it. There we go. Our next stop is here in the Miasma Woods. We're going to be looking for the Great Moth. You're not the Great Moth. While searching for the Great Moth, Agnes and Tiz gained their job levels on Vampire, and they learned absorb physical damage. We'll take a look at that later. Let's go ahead and see if we can find this stupid moth. Hey, there it is. So, we're going to be looking for its ability, Wing Scales. Let's go ahead and default until, actually, let's have Idia take down the Scorpion so he's not an issue. Then we're going to have everyone else default. Wing Scales is a pretty common move for it to utilize, so I'm sure we'll find it pretty quickly. Go ahead and default. Wing Scales! Not on the right target. Try again, Wing Moth. Wrong target again, stupid moth. Wing Scales! Wrong target! Oh my goodness, he hates Ring-a-Bell. I guess what I could do is utilize Ninjutsu and make Agnes the main target. I'll just auto that. I think he's broken. Let's just put him out of his misery and find another stupid moth. Okay, round 2. Let's not kill the moth idiot. Let's go ahead and have everyone else default. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. No, wrong target. Yeah, finally, right target. Let's go. We got it. Wing Scales. Let's try it on him. Wing Scales, a physical attack on one target that adds a confuse effect. Let's go ahead and see how much it does. 489, no confuse effect. There we go. Obviously, we aren't built to actually utilize our genome abilities to their fullest extent, but hey, you know, I'll take what I can get. Our next stop is just north of the Miasma Woods at the Witherwood. This is where our Einherja questline was. So, let's go ahead and see if we can find what we're looking for. We are looking for a Dagon. You're not a Dagon. We're also looking for a Catamount. So, we'll be on the lookout for that as well. Let's see here. There's a Dagon. So, let's go ahead and take down this Legion Mage so they aren't in the way. And hopefully, we get Fireballed here soon. That's not a Fireball. There's Fireball. Wrong target, though. Come on, Fireball, Fireball, Fireball. Fireball. Come on, Fireball. Yeah, there we go. Genome absorbed. There we go. I don't think the Fireball is really going to work on this guy, so let's just finish him off, and we can test it out on something else. Hey, there's 2 Catamounts right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just have everyone default. I want to keep both of them alive, because that doubles our chances of getting what we want. Let's see here. That's just a regular attack. Don't want that. Regular attack again. Okay, come on. Alright, buddies. You had your fun. Now give me what I want. Dual attack. There it is. But it hit 2 wrong targets. Okay, there we go. Genome absorbed. Dual attack. Right there. Tiz, you have the sword. Go ahead and show us what you can do with that. Genome ability. Let's just throw dual attacks out there. 2 attacks on random targets. Let's just see how it does. Slow down time here. Dual attack. I mean, decent damage. It can actually merge both attacks into one target, which is pretty useful. Took down one of them, it's not bad. Hey! The battle of the dual attacks right there, cool. Our next stop is here in Florum Gardens. We're going to be looking for some All Runes. And... did we get some? No, we did not. Okay. No! Note to self. Turn off auto fight. Okay, there's 2 right there. That's more than enough. Let's have Idia take down the Dryad and everyone else default. Now, these guys have Paralyzing Pollen. That's what we're looking for. We gotta make sure that they actually don't get paralyzed at all. Or else it doesn't work out. So we're just going to default. And hope that our 2 vampires don't get paralyzed whenever they get pollinated. That sounds really weird, but, you know, that's kind of how it works. Okay, there we go. Ah, nope. She got paralyzed, which means she didn't learn the ability. Putting on anti-paralysis accessories here is actually a pretty good idea, but I'm pretty dumb as well, so... Can you guys not hit him? Can you please hit the vampires? Please? Stop attacking normally. Please paralyze my vampires. Well, I guess don't paralyze them, but you know what I mean. I'm starting to think these ones are broken too. I'll give them one more turn to do what I want them to, and then I'm gonna put them out of their misery. Okay. Alright, buddies. Bye-bye. Okay, there's 4 all runes this time around. We're not gonna have Idia actually attack them and kill them all. Ring a bell, start healing up. Alright. Double the chance, right? 1. Thank you! Oh my goodness! Finally! I've been here for like 20 minutes. Okay, Idia, now you can kill them all. Our next trek leads us to the middle of Eisenberg, where we're going to be looking for a Soil Eater. Why is it doing the daytime? There we go. I was going to say it's doing the daytime theme, but it's not daytime yet. There we go. Okay, is this a Soil Eater? This is the Soil Eater. This is what we're looking for. So, this guy will give us Earthquake. So we're going to be looking for that. Earthquake. Make sure everyone lives it. Genome Absorbed. Now, I'm not going to be stupid and try to utilize Earthquake on him, but I am going to go ahead and try to use our some of our newest stuff. We got Fireball, and we also had Paralyzing Pollen. So let's go ahead and try that on him. Fireball. 964 damage, not bad. Paralyzing Pollen. It paralyzed him, which is, we haven't actually utilized Paralysis against enemies before, so it's pretty cool that it works. Obviously, because he had extra BP, because of that, though, he's gonna try and Brave on us, which will, be a little dangerous there, but nothing we can't handle. And Anius and Tiz gained another job level and learned Charm. This is actually a very important support, combat ability to learn, as it will be integral to learn one of my personal favorite and most useful genome abilities. Our next genome ability has us hanging around the Underflow, where we're going to be looking for a Red Flan, which thankfully we got at first try. Let's go ahead and just attack this Flare Lantern and have everyone else default. The Red Flan will give us Venom, so we're going to be looking for that ability. Maybe it dies in 1 sec? Nope, Book Burning, that's... okay, whatever. Venom! Wrong target. Let's attack the Flare Lantern again, and hopefully, we can get what we want. If you were wondering, genome abilities are not affected by silence. It's because most of them are considered physical attacks instead of magic. So, that's pretty useful. Having the majority of their kit not being held down by magic. I mean, I'm not a fan of the fact that Idia just got poisoned there, but it'll be okay. I want Venom on one of my 2 vampires, please. No, not Fire. I want Venom on them. There we go. Slow parry, Genome Absorb. Perfect. Now we can beat the crap out of them. Oh, that's nice. As I've been collecting these genome abilities, our Cape Parch shots... not Cape Parch shots. Cape Parch shop has been done, which is nice. We're not going to upgrade anything else today, but I just wanted to go ahead and notify you guys about that. Our next stop is here, back in Everlast Tower. It wasn't too long since we've been here, and we're looking for our next guy, which is a Gastric Worm, which, I'm sorry, Earth Lanterns, but you guys are not the Gastric Worm. So we're gonna have to put you down. Lots of EXP and JP, though. A little bit more than previous. Are you what we're looking for? Gastric Juice. There we go. I accidentally misclicked, and I'm so glad I did not accidentally kill you. But Gastric Juices. Now, this is an ability. Physical attack on all targets that lowers physical defense. This is a powerful attack that, as it says, lowers physical defense. While it doesn't do much damage itself, it says another way of decreasing our opponent's stats, where we don't really need to rely on Piracy as much as we had been. It was one of the biggest reasons why I was utilizing Piracy, was because of its defense down, attack down abilities. Unfortunately there I lost a speed tie, which is unfortunate, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and run. I'm not going to worry about trying to fight this thing. I'm just going to run. Thank you. Man, I do want to say, though, real quick, the vampire outfits are really cool. I really, really like them. The dudes with, like, the fairly standard vampire look, but, like, with the rolled-up sleeves and the cool cape and the vest and the fact that Tiz has a funny little watch there to represent the Rosso. I love that look. And then the girls are pretty cool as well. They're a little bit more like fantasy styled and more like on the lines of a little bit more fantasy styled. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best way of putting it. There is a bit of a story behind the female design of the vampire outfit, I guess, as I walk to my next destination here. In Japan, the outfit is actually, I wouldn't say significantly different, but it's slightly different. Instead of the girls wearing this black leotard covered with belts, in Japan they wore a sort of two-piece suit that had belts covering everything but their waist. Of course, in the West, this was censored, and while I don't think it's really all that big of a deal, and I actually do prefer the censored version of the outfit, it did leave people a little bit of an uproar, but I don't think it's really all that big of a deal. Our next stop here is actually in a place where we haven't really been. This is called the Crescent Island, and there are unique enemies over here. And one of them that we're going to be looking for is called a Voltura, which is not you guys. This is also a fairly decent place to level grind. Now, I'm not going to be doing that just yet, but I do want to go ahead and mention that because it is pretty important. I'm going to speed up, but as you can see, we get a decent amount of EXP and JP here. Those are the same enemies from the Eternian area, where they utilize their Call Allies ability. Are you what we're looking for? Silver Wolf, no. Okay, here we are, finally. This is the Voltura. It's the coral tiger-looking enemy instead of the big Minotaur mean guy looking thing. I'm a little scared of this Daedalus here, as we fought with some of them before, and they're not exactly the nicest thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and utilize gastric juices to see if we can soften them up a little bit. In terms of the Voltura, we're looking for an ability called Chomp, which is not the nicest ability in terms of it hurting us. There's Blessing, we're going to heal up, and then hopefully Idiot can actually kill this guy. Gotta get more crits than that, Idiot, come on. No! Okay, well then, let's go ahead and just default with Ring a Bell, Agnes, heal with Ring a Bell. Go ahead and try and double damage this guy? Actually, just do one just in case. Okay, there he's dead now. But now we don't have to worry about him. So then now we're looking for Chomp from our boy the Voltura. So let's go ahead and just Bless Shield and hope for the best. There's Chomp, and it's on a vampire. That drops your HP down to 1, which is pretty dangerous, as you could probably see. Let's go ahead and just Judgment him and then attack. I don't really see any real reason to try and stall this, and then we'll just throw gastric juices on him, and then we'll heal with Ring a Bell, and then we'll call it his. Judgment, 8008. I knew Idio was a memer. And our final, well, I wouldn't say final genome to grab, but the final genome that I highly recommend you grab because it will be locked otherwise is in the Wind Temple. And thankfully, because Agnes is actually at low HP from that Chomp, I healed her up a little bit, obviously, but I actually want her to stay at low HP because it'll be very handy in dealing with this next genome ability. This next genome ability requires the use of Charm and Arrow Lanterns. We're going to utilize Agnes. We're just going to have her brave 3 times and try and charm each of our Arrow Lantern friends here, as we're going to be looking for a very specific support ability that can only be acquired through this mean. So there's Charm. There's 1. We don't need to grab all of them, but I would suggest we grab all of them just in case, and get 3 chances of getting what we want. Regular attack, arrow, that's not what he wants. Let's just default. I guess Tiz can re-up Charm on this guy. For the record, we're looking for an ability called White Wind that can only be activated against your party when you have the Arrow Lantern charmed. Normally, they only utilize it whenever they are at low HP, and I think I might have broken our Arrow Lantern friend here. Let's throw Chomp at them. Reduces target's HP to 1. There we go, now he's at 1 HP, and then we're going to charm him. And he does White Wind to heal us, and we learn its ability. Now, White Wind is pretty cool. As we will see real quick, Genome ability, let's go to White Wind. White Wind restores all targets' HP in an amount equal to the user's current HP. His currently has 3,501 HP. If we utilize White Wind, it heals everyone for that amount of HP. It's a pretty cool ability, and it's a pretty iconic and standard learn ability move from a lot of Square Enix, Final Fantasy, whatnot games. So that's all of the genome abilities that are missable for the majority of the game. There are a lot of genome abilities, and I will be grabbing a few more, but I will not be paying them like extreme special attention, and I'll be doing a very quick montage of them for the next few minutes. If you need to, I will have information on each of them on the right side of the screen as I collect them. So these next few abilities are not required, and you can grab them pretty much at any point from this point onward. And the ones that I highly recommend, I have just shown you exactly where you can get them and how you can get them. So, time for me to dump more time into learning some random abilities that I'm probably never going to use. Here we go! And that's every genome spell we can learn currently at this time, at least reasonably so without utilizing Narende Village, which, unfortunately, certain spells that are locked behind that, I don't have access to right now. But yeah, that's a lot of spells, and some really, really useful ones like Gastric Juice or Curse. Really powerful abilities. And I think that'll be it for today. We covered a lot. So, next time on Bravely Default, we're not going to be going to the Holy Pillar just yet, as I have one last thing I want to take care of, and that's making preparations for it. We're going to be leveling up a bunch of new jobs on each character, and making sure that our team is well fit for whatever might await us at that Holy Pillar. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.